Hey ho! I got a Deity microphone. This is the D4 Duo right here. This is a good idea. I really like the idea of this microphone. I like the price of this microphone. Deity makes good stuff on a Rycote shock mount right now. How's that? We know from past dealings with Rode and that Rycote makes a really good shock mount. So let's take a look at this thing. It's not going to be much to it. We're just going to showcase what it is doing different than the competition, which I think is a fantastic thing for anyone out there ready to record their families and stuff for the holidays. You don't want your voice to be muffled, right? It's two dead kittens, back to back, which we're going to take this off and kind of show you more of the mic. Get off there. Those are nice dead cats, too. Look how cool this microphone looks, will ya? See, it's got a bigger end over here that protrudes toward the people you're filming. Then you get a little smaller boom mic that faces you. Then you get an output and an input. How cool is that? You can connect a lavalier mic here, and this will go to your camera. All on a Rycote shock mount. So these shock mounts are the best, by the way. And there you see that it has a switch that can take it to who you're filming or bring it back to both of you. So you can have two hot mics going at the same time. That's awesome. If you have a wireless receiver system and setup, you can input that directly into here, or a live mic, or whatever you would like to input into this. You can do it through this right here, and then the output, of course, will go to the camera. Then you've got the switch for either one hot mic or two to record you as well. So we're going to snap, before we we're not going to put the dead cats on right now because it kind of gets in the way of being able to see what these mics look like and what's going on. But we will look at this cool cable that come with it, and it's yellow and black. There's yellow in there too, so it kind of goes together, and it stands out as a Deity product. So courtesy of the Canon M50, you just slide this joker right on, boom, tighten it down like so. Boom. Output right in there. Pow. And mic input right here. Boom. And that's kind of it. I mean, you're good to go. And I like the M50. I don't like the kit lens at all, so that's what's on here right now. Hopefully Santa Claus will bring me a better lens. If that's the case, I think it's a Sigma 1.4 or something like that lens. So yeah, you can just hold this thing like that, and talk to yourself. But if you're filming the family, dads, they're here narrating Christmas gifts and whatnot, and you want to get the kids and the family in there, usually you would have had to have, hey kids, let me talking to the side of the mic. Good job, kids, good job. Yeah, that's it. That's what I used to have to do to be able to get myself in there and have my voice go across the front of the mic without being too loud. Because if you get back here on these little boom mics, you're muffled or not there, and you got to raise that up in post-production. It can sound blech. But now we don't have to do that because we got our own microphone, Dad, Mom, whoever. Okay, so now I have this on, connected. It's kind of, I had to crank up the camera gain here on the inside of where I had it, because I usually use a battery-powered boom mic for on here. So I had to jack up the camera setting a little bit to justify it. Hello, I hope that you can hear me just fine, because the readings and the stuff like that should be good. I've got it set on both microphones right now. Hello, now we're on the Canon M50. I've got you set to the front mic only, not both, and hopefully the audio sounds fantastic. It should. I'll note that right now. Okay, so now I said my thoughts about the whole thing after listening to the entire edit. It was down there in the text. I hope you caught that. But it should be good. Deity is a good microphone company. I really like them and admire them, so I'm very proud of this microphone, the job that they've done with this. So far, the looks and the feel and the texture and all that goodness is great. I'm rambling on to give you an idea of the microphone. Now I'm going to switch it to both hot mics, and we're going to pivot this camera around, and we're going to do that right Now you're on 2 mics. So now let's just do a little turnabout, and then we'll be able to do a little inception mode here. See yourself there, and this is us from the back. I got to swing my thing around there. But this is my camera setup, so it's kind of like I can look at you through this and hear me through that. It's kind of neat. Here's my boom mic, which is not in use. See that? Not in use. So it's just this guy right there. And this is kind of how you would naturally be positioned with those kiddos on Christmas or vacations or football stuff, baseball, if that ever happens again. And all that kind of good stuff is like you're right here, you know. You're in with the family doing the chitty chatting, talking. Because, look, you can probably hear this. Huh? Yeah, I'm talking and snapping fingers. So, yeah, it's all goodness, right? So now let's switch it over to the way it used to be back in the day. Boom, like that. And then you would be talking to your kids, or you're trying to film and not sound, or you might end up talking like this, so that you could be included in the audio, but then you can't really see what you're doing. But back here now, you know, you hear what it sounds like. You know what I'm talking about. Now we're back on to the boom like we were earlier. But yeah, so let's put the little dead cats on and see if that makes much of an audio difference. Now we have the dead cats on and the mic's facing me, so now that's kind of what that's going to sound like. And there you can, and here you can kind of dead cats, dead kitties, dead kitties. So let's just hook the lav mic up just for fun and see how that picks up and how that will do, and I'll be right back. So now I have the lavalier hooked up, which this could be a wireless microphone system that you might have hooked up, so you could hook this onto people and have this microphone up here as a backup, because apparently that mic up there is still hot. So I'm going to take this, move this far away, and see if you can still hear me right here through the boom mic. Lavalier mic, boom mic, lavalier, boom. And apparently it has to be switched over to both mics for the lavalier to work. So you can hear me from behind, from the front, and from the lavalier, I think. But you'll be the judge of that by listening to it. I like it a lot. I like the fact that you can connect. This is sold separately, but your own wireless mic system into this, or your lav mic, however you want to do that. It just plugs in right to the side, and it would appear that the mic setting has to be in the duo mode for that to work, which is really cool. It just takes a 3.5 jack right into the side of it. It's great. Outgoing 3.5 you get with that for your camera. The dead cats come with it, all for like $89. That's pretty cool. And the pickup pattern, by the way, is 50 hertz to 2000 hertz and 14 millimeter capsule size. So there you go. I'm pretty proud of myself for remembering that. Dual cardioid pattern, can be. Pre-polarized capsule type. I don't really know what that means, but that's what it says it is. And yeah, you know, your cable can just snap right in, just like on the typical Rycote shock mounts. Same setup, really good cable that comes with it. So for the price, for the system setup that you get, I think this is a definite go, and you might use this more than you think you would. I thought, I was like, yeah, you know, I've gotten by with one mic before. But then you think about it, and you're like, well, wait a minute. I wish I could have done this or that. Well, now you can do this or that. 3 different things with this. So this is kind of a complete system. You can just leave it in the front pattern if you want to. But when you need the 2 other things that it can do, it's there. And that's just so much value in that, just having this to carry around, and it can do so much. So make sure to explode on that subscribe button and ding that dong to get more cool first ever items like this. This is the first ever of its kind too, by the way, and the link's down in the YouTube description, so go check that out. I don't think you'll be disappointed, but see ya.